And I create this channel because I know there has been a lot of supernatural spiritual awakening, and the purpose for this channel is to divinely guide people who are spiritually awakening to the kingdom of God. And the reason why I create this channel, because I have gone through my awakening, and I'm still evolving and I'm still growing spiritually. But as I grow, I want to share my gifts to the world and how I can be able to transition people who are experiencing spiritual gift, or maybe who have gone through a spiritual awakening but do not understand what it's all about, the whole concept of the spiritual world, because this is the area where a lot of people do not understand what this whole concept of spiritual awakening is. And a lot of the issue I'm going to be talking about is going to be biblical, as well as my spiritual experience, hearing from God, walking in the spirit, and just pretty much getting divine information to share with people. And a lot of it is based off of my experience and what I have been guided to do. And part of my gift is to awaken people spiritually. I believe I have a spiritual gift. I walk in the spirit, and I'm divinely connected to the spirit realm. And the reason why I say that is because I will share my story with you guys. My actual journey started when I was in 2008. And a lot of the things I'm going to share with you, it's going to sound out of this world. I like to say out of this world because our realm of things, the way that we are here, this experience that we are having is just one aspect of reality. But there are different dimensions, and when you go higher and higher, you will also realize that there are different galaxies and duplexes far beyond this, our galaxy. And just from my own understanding, as I'm gonna continue to grow this channel, I just want to share my gifts, and it's gonna blow your mind. I want you guys to have an open mind about what is going to be shared, and I'm also going to be, hopefully as the channel grows, I can be able to invite other people who are experiencing this and can give insight, that are not afraid to really express what is really going on in the spiritual world, because this 3D world that we're living in is not it. And most people are so scared to talk about what is happening around the world. And because of that, people are judging themselves or want to suppress themselves. But we have to really expose, and I believe expose what is going on. Light versus dark, good versus evil. However you want to yin yang, however you want to express it. But I strongly believe that we are all playing a part in this world, whether good or evil. And I had my first experience when I had my first awakening to be aware. And I will experience my background as to how I was raised, and what led me to this point to start doing a YouTube video about spiritual awakening and divinely guiding souls to the kingdom of God. I'm a kingdom worker. I'm a light worker. I'm here to enlighten people because I strongly believe that the kingdom of God is here. It's in the spirit, but it's also here, and it's just a matter of time that people, before it becomes physical. Because first, in order for things to manifest, it must first happen in the spiritual. That's why Christ said when he was ascending above, he said, "I'm going to prepare a place." This kingdom is already here, whether we like it or not. And people are having these supernatural experiences, and somebody needs to guide them. Somebody needs to guide a soul, like a child who is, going through schizophrenic, who is going through depression, or bipolar. we need to take it into a spiritual level. I believe we are all energy, we are all spirit. We are a spirit being in these physical bodies. Therefore, the things of the spirit it's not understood by physical understanding. It's far more deeper than that. And we need a voice. We need the voices to come together because we are a unit. The kingdom of God is a unit. One mind, one body, one soul, one spirit connected to the higher source. And because of that, we all need to come together. We need to come together as a voice. Those who understand how the spiritual kingdom works and explain and expose these things. And I'm telling you, our understanding is not the way of our way of understanding is not the understanding of God. The way that we see things on this third dimension and our comprehension, our ability to comprehend what we see physically or even in the spirit world is far more different from what is actually from the understanding of God. So that's why I am bringing this YouTube channel. My journey is so crazy, and I really want to share my experience. I'm so passionate because I am a kingdom fighter. I am one of the warriors of the kingdom, and I protect it. I want to protect I want to just protect those who are waking up, those innocent souls that are waking up, and then society just coming to crush them down and hold them in bondage because of their awakening. And that's why I'm creating this channel. I have other things that I do. However, this is what I'm most passionate about, the spiritual work, just sharing my light with the world and being able to express all the gifts that's inside of me. And it's so much to share, and I'm so glad that I'm able to have the courage to be bold about it, to express my truth. And it's so much to share. So I know that each week I'm going to be expressing a lot of things about spiritual awakening. This is just my intro. Spiritual awakening, the process of spiritual awakening, how to ascending into different dimensions, and how you have a choice. You have the choice to choose between light or dark. And your innate choice, your choice is based on your DNA, the DNA that is in you. And most people may say, oh, they're light and dark, but at the end of the day, whether you're light, whether you're a light worker, whether you are a working on the other side, we are all playing a part. We are all playing a part. And I think once we come to realize that, we cannot be so judgmental on one another. Instead, we can take our experiences and just learn from it and see, okay, what did that person teach me? Maybe they're there to expose you to your next level of spiritual awakening. They're there to, whether if it's dark or light, they're there to expose you, to heighten your gifts. And if you are a light worker, and if you are a soul that is waking up for the kingdom and your purpose, and you have a purpose here that God placed you, I am praying that this channel will be able to help you to be able to be aware of that and not to be so judgmental, because the paradigm is shifting. The paradigm is shifting. The new world is here. The new kingdom is here, whether we like it or not. And it's time for it to be exposed. It's time for us to talk about these issues that we are not talking about. Other people are working, and they're working in their purpose and have no idea that they're exposing things that most people thinking like, oh, this, and politics get into it and all this stuff. I'm not here to talk about politics on this channel. It's not about politics. I'm talking about the kingdom and trying to guide souls for the kingdom. I'm a light worker, and I'm working for the kingdom of God. Whoever else, whatever they're working for, that's none of my business. I'm just here working on souls, guiding souls to the kingdom of God. And if you are having a spiritual awakening, if you're confused about certain things, we're going to talk about certain topics. And I pray that you guys are able to bring us certain topics for understanding, a clear understanding, and as God used me to be a voice, to be a messenger on certain issues of the spirit, certain issue of the kingdom. I'm giving myself to you guys. I am a gift. I want to share my gifts, and I pray that I'm able to touch other people to come on this channel and talk about their gifts as well. So I encourage you guys to leave comments, to express how you guys feel. I would like to know some of you guys' input. Like I said, this channel is for all those who are working, light workers. There's no judgment here. I want people to really come out and express who they are and express their experiences. Share with us their experiences. The next video I'm going to talk about my journey from child, talk about myself, how I end up here, some of my experiences, my spiritual walk with God, how that has been, and how I was able to transition to where I am now. But I will talk about my first awakening. And when I talk about my first awakening, it's going to be something. So I hope you guys stay tuned for next week. I'm going to put up a video with my experience on my awakening, my spiritual awakening, and my spiritual journey. This is a journey that I know I'm going to keep elevating, that's going to keep going and keep going. And I'm so glad to be a vessel. I'm so glad to be used by the Spirit and by God to bring light to His people and to be able to help guide their souls. Whether it's going to the dark or whether it's going to light, I just want to be that person to be of service on guiding people, souls to the kingdom. So I tell you guys, thank you. Please subscribe to my channel if you have not. I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed. There's so much to come, and I cover myself with the light because I know a lot of things are about to start being exposed. A lot of things, it's just gonna come to the surface. It's time, because the kingdom is here and we all need to wake up. We need to wake the hell up. I'm sorry, I cussed you. Yes, I do. And we just need to wake up. It's time. It is time. I've been meaning to do this a long time ago. When I first got my spiritual awakening, I told myself I was just gonna, dedicate myself to God and all that stuff, but it wasn't the time. But everything works in divine timing and for the divine purpose. But I strongly would feel within my soul, within my spirit, that this is the time to share my gifts. And I chose to share my gift spiritually, and to be a light worker. So with that said, I love you guys, and thank you so much for if you like this video, if this video speaks to you, if it resonates with you, please thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. So talk to you guys soon. Bye.